I am back. Restart is completed. I'm up to, it gets to 7 seconds and then it kicks back over. And now I'm going to jump over here to this computer and see if I can find if I'm up and running or not. Looks like I am, so I'm going to double click on that and leave my microphone where it's at. And we'll see what happens from here. So for right now, I'm just going to leave them both where they're at. I've only got one tab open right now on this computer that I just restarted, and I think I'm going to leave it right there and see for now. I may open up DaVinci Resolve, which is actually not a may, I will open up DaVinci Resolve. So I'm going to minimize this, minimize that, go to DaVinci Resolve. Kind of curious to see what happens when it shuts itself down. And it does not open up the one you were working on. So this is what I'm looking for. Okay, I thought that's what that was going to do. So that's interesting. It showed I had one, now it shows I don't have any. Oh, it does say chat room choice on there. Okay, I'll have to mess with this computer tomorrow. I was kind of hoping it would go back and actually be where I was at. I'm pretty sure I was working on this one, so I'm going to open that up. So, you know, I have one person watching. I'm back to the shadow test. I'm still trying to figure out what I got drop shadow, that's what this red is, and this is the initial text. I have two people watching now. I'm trying to figure out what stroke is. I don't see the line now that was there earlier, and I don't appear to be able to change the color, and I want to go with something that's really going to pop out that I can see what it is, and it just doesn't change it. And I don't know if that's because this is on or what. Let's see what this does. Nothing. Nothing at all. I do have this, and I've yet to figure out what that is. Drop shadow I got. I understand that. Background I got. I understand that. And that seems to be it. I don't understand what stroke is, and I can't change the size. And every time, okay, so when I clicked on that, this button right here came on. So I'm going to move this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, oops, try this again. I'm going to go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And see if I can set another one. I'm going to go back to the beginning. Can't change the size and can't change the doggone color. Really frustrating. I'll go blue, that'll be outstanding. Nope, can't change the color, can't change the size. Frustrating, really frustrating. So, figure this out. What is stroke? What is this? I'm going to glance over at chat from time to time. apparently you can't fade. There you go, you can fade it there. Okay, see how that works. Uh-oh. Shouldn't have done that, so it just controls, yeah, that's cool. I hit the backspace inadvertently thinking I could backspace the bar, but you can't. So I hit that, I like that, that's cool. That's still not telling me what drop shadow or what stroke is. So you know what, as much as I said I wasn't going to do this, I am going to do this. I'm going to put this over there. I'm going to go to this, I'm going to put that over there, and I'm going to go open up what is stroke in DaVinci Resolve 17. I'm going to open this up. Even though I said I wasn't going to do this, I knew that wasn't going to last long. This new tool allows you to isolate one or more people within your composition by applying nothing more than paint strokes to the person. With Magic Mask, you can either generate a mask for the entire, so it doesn't have anything to do with the text. Okay, so that's cool. But what we can do now is we'll just bring this down here, and then we'll go to over to here. Now I don't see stroke. There got to be a way to make these work somehow. I love this. Cropping, transform, cropping, dynamic zoom, composite, stabilization, lens correction, spacing. Yeah, I'm not seeing stroke now, interestingly enough, even though this says that's what it's for. So I could jump over here to YouTube and watch this. Okay, here we go. There's a 3-minute. I am going to watch this real quick. You guys get to see this at the same time I am, all two people that are watching. Yes, that needs an outline. I would agree it does. So let me...
I'll show you. So let's say that you have some text like this, but you want it to be just an outline. You don't want it all filled in and stuff. Look at that, just that fill just sitting there, just sucking, just looking sucky. Well, if you use Text Plus in Fusion, it's super easy. By the way, if you aren't into Fusion, I'll show you how to do this without Fusion in just a second. It's actually almost the same thing. So with my Text Plus node selected, I'll go over here to the inspector, and on the 4th tab over, that's our shading tab. Right here where it says Properties, the next little section down, there's an icon here under Appearance, and you can just switch that to Text Outline. And now you have a fancy little outline. Isn't that cool? You can adjust the thickness, make it all retro looking, you know? There's different ways to treat the corners, make them all sharp, or round, or even angly. Ooh. There's so many angles here, you're gonna catch a fish. You know what I'm, because a fish catcher guy is called angler. So I'll just switch this back to
That's
normal.
funny.
Turn the thickness down, keep it tasteful. That's super simple, but you can also get fancy with this. Let's just switch this appearance back to text fill, and maybe we'll make it, I don't know, like kind of a dark red or something. We can actually add an outline to this text in addition to the fill. All we have to do is scroll up here to our shading elements under this 4th tab again here in our Text Plus. And I'm going to select shading element 2 and click enabled. And guess what? By default, it's a freaking red outline. Look at that. Of course, red on red, it's too red. You know, it's like Red Queen status. So I'll make it white, maybe bring up the thickness just a touch. Look at that, that looks nice. Mmm, tasty. That's awesome, right? So simple, so easy. And the good news is, because this uses Text Plus, we can actually do this in the edit page. So check this out. I'll just go back to the edit page. And over here in my effects library, if you don't have this going on, you can open it with this little button up here. And in my effects library, there's an effect under titles called Text Plus. I can grab that and just drag that into our timeline. We'll just size that over one of our clips here. Let's say that you have some text like this, but you want it to be just an outline. You don't want it all filled in and stuff. Look at that, just that fill just sitting there, just sucking, just looking sucky. Well, if you use Text Plus in Fusion, it's super easy. By the way, if you aren't into Fusion, I'll show you how to do this without Fusion in just a second. It's actually almost the same thing. So with my Text Plus node selected, I'll go over here to the inspector, and on the fourth tab over, that's our shading tab, right here where it says Properties, the next little section down, there's an icon here under Appearance, and you can just switch that to Text Outline. And now you have a fancy little outline. Isn't that cool? You can adjust the thickness, make it all retro looking, you know? There's different ways to treat the corners, make them all sharp, or round, or even angly. Ooh. There's so many angles here, you're gonna catch a fish. You know what I'm, because a fish catcher guy is called an angler. So I'll just switch this back to normal. Turn the thickness down, keep it tasteful. That's super simple, but you can also get fancy with this. Let's just switch this appearance back to text fill, and maybe we'll make it, I don't know, like kind of a dark red or something. We can actually add an outline to this text in addition to the fill. All we have to do is scroll up here to our shading elements under this fourth tab again here in our Text Plus, and I'm going to select shading element 2 and click enabled, and guess what? By default, it's a freaking red outline. Look at that. Of course, red on red, it's too red. You know, it's like Red Queen status. So I'll make it white, maybe bring up the thickness just a touch. Look at that, that looks nice. Mmm, tasty. That's awesome, right? So simple, so easy. And the good news is, because this uses Text Plus, we can actually do this in the edit page. So check this out. I'll just go back to the edit page. And over here in my effects library, if you don't have this going on, you can open it with this little button up here. And in my effects library, there's an effect under titles called Text Plus. And you grab that and just drag that into our timeline. We'll just size that over one of our clips here.
Nobody's joining me yet. I still have 2 people watching. I'm just trying to learn this as he does.
By the way, if you don't see the inspector, make sure that you're in the edit page. A lot of people say they can't see the inspector. You know why that probably is? Because you might be in the cut page, which looks a lot like the edit page, but it's a little different. So, edit page. Do it. And here we have pretty much the exact same controls as we do in Fusion. So, let's pick our font, size it, then we can go over to shading, fourth icon over. This is just like in Fusion. And again, we can either just make it an outline with this appearance, or we can even make another outline on top of it. This time
I don't see those here.
Boy, it's gone insane. Thickness. There we go. Nice, right? You don't even have to get into Fusion to do that. And speaking of nice things without even having to use Fusion, let's say you want to make a really fancy big old title that looks awesome. Maybe we'll just use this, right? Just call this something rad. But maybe you don't want to show any footage behind it, you want some kind of just a nice, tasteful background. Well, there's a bunch of different ways that you can make those, but we have these things in our Fusion Titles Volume 2 pack called backdrops, which I think are super neat. Just grab one of these, backdrop color 1, and drag that down under our text. And now we have this nice generated color background with all kinds of controls, and we can just make this look real nice. Look at that. If we don't like the color, we can change the color a little bit. Yeah? I think those are super useful. Here's a video about them. Check it out. I hope you enjoyed your outlining. Just get that ink. You have text like this, but you want it to be just an outline. You don't want it all filled in and stuff. Look at that. Just
so I think what I got to do
there,
is I got to bring it up on my monitor to my left so that I can copy. At the same time, I can do the same thing he's doing here. And that way I can try to figure out what he's doing. I don't have the same options for some reason, which that's interesting. So I'm going to close this down. I'm going to, I'm trying to remember how I got there. I typed in what is stroke there. So I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. I don't have anyone watching now at all, and that's fine. I didn't really expect anyone to join me this late at night. Maybe one day that'll happen, I don't know. I'm gonna figure this out. I really am. Gonna figure it out. May go on a marathon binge. Thanks for watching, anyone that did watch. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great evening, what's left of it. See everybody probably Sunday, maybe, I don't know. Maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday, maybe both. I tend to do a lot of live videos. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. or good morning.